Second topic, the land and people. Physical features. The mainland comprises four regions, namely Great Mountain Zone, plains of the Ganga, the Indus, the desert region, and the southern peninsula. Mountain wall extend over a distance of 2400 km with a varying depth of 240 to 320 km. In the east, between India and Myanmar and India and Bangladesh, hill ranges are much lower. Garo Khasi Jaintia Hill and Naga Hills running almost east-west join the chain of Mizo and Rakhine Hills running north-south. The plains of Ganga and the Indus, about 2400 km long and 240 to 320 km broad, are formed by the basins of the three distinct river systems Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. The desert region can be divided into two parts, the Great Desert and the Little Desert. The Great Desert extends from the edge of the Run of Kutch beyond the Luni River northward. The whole of Rajasthan Sindh frontier runs through this. The Little Desert extends from the Luni between Jaisalmer Jodhpur up to the northern west. The peninsula plateau is marked off from the plains of the Ganga Hills and the Indus by a mass of mountain, and the hill ranges varying from 460 to 1220 meters height. Prominent among these are Aravali, Vindhya, Satpura, Maikala, and Ajanta. The north, the southern point of the plateau is formed by Nilgiris Hills, where the eastern and the western Ghats meet. The Cardamom Hill lie beyond may be regarded as continuation of the western Ghats. India at a glance. Geographical area 32,87,263 square kilometer, seventh largest country in the world. Latitude and the longitude. The mainland extends latitude 8 degree 4 minute and 37 degree 6 minute north. Longitude 68 degree 7 degree east to 97 degree 25 minute east. Distance from north to south about 3,214 km between the extreme latitudes and about 2,933 km from east to west between the extreme longitudes. Land frontier about 15,200 km. The total length of the coastline of Indian mainland, Lakshadweep Islands, Andaman and Nicobar Island is 7,516.6 km. Bordering countries Afghanistan and Pakistan to the northwest, China, Bhutan, Nepal to the north, Myanmar to the far east, and Bangladesh to the east. Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel of sea formed by Polk Strait and the Gulf of Mannar. Divided into 6 zones, mainly north, south, east, west, central, northeast zone, and it has 28 states and 8 union territories. Geological structure. The geological region broadly follows of the physical features and may be grouped into 3 regions: the Himalayas, their associated groups of mountains, the Indo-Gangetic Plains, and the Peninsular Shield. The Himalayan mountain belt of the north and the Naga Lusani mountain in the east are the regions of mountain building movement by compression of sediment and basement rocks. The Indo-Gangetic Plains are great alluvial tract that separates the Himalayas in the north from the peninsula in the south. The peninsula is a region of relatively stability and occasional seismic disturbances, igneous, metamorph, and Deccan Trap formation. Notable passes: Jhepla and Nathula on the main Indo-Tibet trade route through Chumbi Valley northeast of Darjeeling, Shipkila in the Satluj Valley northeast of Kalpa, Kinnor. River system. The river system can be classified into 4 groups: Himalayan river system, Deccan river system, coastal river system, rivers of the inland drainage basins. The Himalayan rivers are formed by melting snow and glaciers, therefore continuously flows throughout the year. The main Himalayan river systems are those of Indus and the Ganges, Brahmaputra, Meghna system. Deccan river system, on the other hand, are rain-fed and therefore fluctuate in volume. Many of these are non-perennial. In Deccan region, most of the major river system flowing generally in the east falls into Bay of Bengal. The major east flowing rivers are Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi. Narmada and Tapi are the major west flowing rivers. Godavari in the south peninsula has second largest river basin, covering 10% of the area of India. Coastal streams, especially on the west coast, are short in length and have limited catchment areas. Most of them are non-perennial. The streams of inland drainage basin of western Rajasthan, few rivers in Rajasthan do not drain into the sea. These are Luni, Machau, Rupen, Saraswati, Banas, Ghagar and other. The entire country has been divided into 20 river basins, groups of basins comprising 12 major basins and 8 composite river basins. 12 major river basins are Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Meghna, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi, Penar, Brahmani, Baitarani, Sabarmati, Mahi, Narmada, Tapi. Each of these basins has a drainage exceeding area 20,000 square kilometer. The 8 composite river basin combining suitably together all the other remaining medium drainage area of 2,000 to 20,000 square kilometer and small river system drainage area less than 2,000 square kilometer for the purpose of planning and management. Climate and season. Climate of the Indian may be broadly described as tropical monsoon type. The Indian Meteorological Department designates four official seasons: winter from December to April, summer or pre-monsoon season lasting from April to June, April to July in the northwestern India, monsoon or rainy season lasting from June to September. The rainy season is dominated by humid southwest summer monsoon. Post-monsoon season lasting from October to December in the northwestern India. October and November are usually cloudless. India's climate is affected by two seasonal winds, the northeast monsoon and the southwest monsoon. The northeast monsoon, commonly known as winter monsoons, blow from land to sea, and the southwest monsoon brings most of the rainfall during the year in the country. Flora. India is rich in flora. From about 70% geographical area surveyed so far, 46,000 species of plants have been described by Botanical Survey of India, Kolkata. The vascular flora, which forms the conspicuous vegetation cover, comprises 15,000 species. India can be divided into 8 distinct floral regions, namely the Western Himalayas, the Eastern Himalayas, Assam, the Indus Plain, the Ganga Plain, the Deccan, the Malabar, and the Andamans. The Western Himalaya region extends from Kashmir to Kumaon. Its temperate zone is rich in forest of cher, pine, and other conifers, broad-leaved temperate trees. Higher up, forest of deodar, blue pine, spruce, and silver fir offers. The eastern Himalayan region extends from Sikkim eastwards and embraces Darjeeling, Kurseong, and the adjacent tracts. The temperate zone has forests of oak, laurels, maples, rhododendrons, elder, birch. The Indus Plain region comprises the plain of Punjab, western Rajasthan, north Gujarat. It is dry, hot, supports natural vegetation. The Ganga Plain region covers the area which is alluvial plain. It is under cultivation for wheat, sugarcane, and rice. The Deccan region comprises of the entire tableland of Indian peninsula and supports vegetation of various kinds from shrub jungles to mixed deciduous forests. The Malabar region covers the excessively humid belt of mountain country parallel to the west coast of the peninsula. Besides being rich in forest vegetation, this region produces important commercial crops such as coconut, betel nut, pepper, coffee, tea, rubber, cashew nut. Andaman region abounds in evergreen, mangrove, beech, and diluvial forests. Owing to destruction of forests for agriculture, industrial, and urban development, several Indian plants are facing threat of extinction. About 1,336 plant species are considered vulnerable and endangered. BSI brings about an inventory of endangered plants in the form of publication titled Red Data Book. Faunal resources. India is very rich in terms of biological diversity due to its unique biogeographical location, diversified climate conditions, and enormous ecodiversity and geodiversity. India's immense biological diversity encompasses ecosystems, population, species, and their genetic makeup. According to the World Biographic Classification, India represents two of the major realms, the Palearctic and Indo-Malayalam, and the three biomes: tropical humid forest, tropical dry deciduous forest, and a warm desert semi-desert. The Wildlife Institute of India has proposed a modified classification which divides the country into 10 biographic regions: Trans-Himalayas, Himalayan, Indian Desert, Semi-Arid, Western Ghats, Deccan Peninsula, Gangetic Plain, Northeast India, Islands and Coast. With only about 2% of the world's total land surface, India is known to have over 7.5% of the species of animals that the world holds. Demographic background. Census 2011 was the fifth census of its kind since 1872. The population of India as on March 1, stood to be about 1,210.9 million, 6,623.2 million males, and 587.6 million females. Currently, it is estimated at near 138 crores. India accounts for mere 2.4% of the world's surface of area 135.79 million square kilometer, yet it supports and sustains a whopping percent 17.7% of the world population. Population density. The population density of India in 2011 was 382 per square kilometer. Decadal growth 17.72%. The density population increased in all states and union territories between 1991 and 2011. Among major states, Bihar is the most thickly populated state with a population density of 1,106 persons per square kilometer, followed by West Bengal 1,028 persons per kilometer and Kerala 860 persons per kilometer. Sex ratio. Sex ratio is defined as the number of females per thousand males. Is an important social indicator to measure the extent of prevailing equality between males and females in a society at a given point of time. The sex ratio in country has always remained unfavorable to females. As per census 2011, the sex ratio in India is 943 per thousand males, which were 933 in the previous census 2001. Child sex ratio has declined to 919 per thousand male. This is the graph where you can see the decline of child sex ratio, and overall sex ratio is fluctuating from 1951 to 2011. Literacy. Literacy has been increasing consistently from 1901 to 2011. For the purpose of census 2011, a person aged 7 and above who can both read and write with understanding in any language is treated as a literate. The literacy rate in the country is 73%, 80.9% for males and 64.6% for female. Kerala retained its position by being the top with a 94% literacy rate, closely followed by Lakshadweep 91.9%. Bihar with a literacy rate of 61% ranks the last in the country. Bihar has recorded the lowest literacy rate both in case of male 71.2% and females 51.5%. Migration. Census of India records migration by two methods, namely the place of residence and the place of birth. About 455.8 million people were treated as migrants by the place of last residence. 1.9 million were considered to be the migrants between the period 2001 to 2011. And a major chunk of the migrants in India, 84.8% in the period 2001 and 11, were within the state of enumeration. Only 15.6% of the migrants were considered interstate migrants. Similarly, within the states, Union Territories, 64.9% of the migration in the period 2001 to 2011 happened within the district of enumeration, and rest 35.1% migration were inter-district migrants. Fertility and mortality rate. Total fertility rate of about 2.1 child per woman is called replacement level fertility. From a total fertility level of 2.6 in 2001 to 2.2 in 2018, India has gradually moved towards achieving the replacement level of fertility. Crude birth rate. Crude birth rate in India has reached 19.7 per thousand population in 2019. Crude death rate of India in 2019 was 6 per thousand population, gradually down from 7.3 in 2009. Infant mortality rate. India has been able to drastically reduce the infant mortality rate from 50 in 2009 to 30 in 2019. The Republic of India has several official symbols. These symbols are eccentric to the Indian national identity and heritage. These are discussed as follows. National flag. Features. The national flag is an horizontal tricolor of deep saffron kesari at the top, white in the middle and dark green at the bottom in equal proportion. The ratio of width to the flag of its length is 2:3. In the center, a white band is a navy blue wheel which represents the chakra. Its design is that the wheel which appears on the abacus of the Sarnath lion, capital of Ashoka. Its diameter is approximately to the width of the white band, and it has 24 spokes. The design of the national flag was adopted by the Constituent Assembly of India on July 22, 1947. The flag is based on the Swaraj flag, a flag that Indian National Congress designed by Pingali Venkaya. Constitutional and statutory provisions relating to the national flag. Article 51(a) to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideal and institution, the national flag and the national anthem. Statute governing use of flags, emblems and names, Prevention of Improper Use Act 1915, Prevention of Insults to National Honor Act 1971. Flag Code of India 2002. There is no restriction on display of national flag by the member of general public, private organization, education institute except as provided for by the above statutes. Half-mast. Indian flag should be flown at half-mast as a sign of mourning. The decision is to do so lies with the President of India, who also decides the period of such mourning. Significance. As clarified by Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, its significance is as follows. The saffron color denotes renunciation or disinterestedness. The white is the center, is the light, path of truth, guide or conduct. The green shows our relations to the soil, our relation to the planet life here, which all other life depends. The Ashok Chakra is the wheel of law of dharma, is the wheel of the law of dharma. State emblem. Features adapted from Sarnath lion capital of Ashoka. It is carved out of a single block of polished sandstone. The capital is crowned by the wheel of law. The state emblem adopted by the government of India by Madhav Sahane in 1915 on January 26, 1915. Only three lions are visible. The wheel appears in the center of the abacus with a bull on the right and the horse on the left. The outlines of the other wheels on extreme right and left. The bell-shaped lotus has been omitted. The word Satyamev Jayate from Mukanda Upanishad, meaning truth alone trumps, are inscribed below the abacus in Devanagari script. The use of state emblem as an official seal in the Government of India is regulated by the State of India Prohibition of Improper Use Act 2005. No individual or private organization is permitted to use the emblem for official correspondence. National Anthem. The song Jan Gan Man, composed originally in Bengali by Rabindranath Tagore, was adopted in Hindi version as its national anthem on India on 24th January 1915. First sung on December 27, 1911 at Kolkata session of Indian National Congress. The duration of the national anthem is approximately 52 seconds. National song. The national song Vande Mataram, composed in Sanskrit by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, was a source of inspiration to the people in their struggle for freedom. It has an equal status with Jan Gan Man. It was first sung in 1896 session of Indian National Congress. National calendar. The national calendar based on the Saka era with the Chaitra as the first month and a normal year of 365 days was adopted from March 22, 1957 along with a Georgian calendar for Gazette of India, news broadcast by All India Radio, calendars issued by all the government communication addressed to the public. Dates of national calendar have been permanent correspondence with the date of Georgian calendar. One Chaitra falling on March 22 normally on March 21 in leap year. Other national symbols. National flowers, Indian lotus, Nelumbo nucifera, scientific name. National fruit, mango, Magnifera indica, scientific name. National river, Ganga. National tree, Indian banyan tree. Ficus bengalensis. National animal, Royal Bengal tiger, Pantheressa ticus trigus. National aquatic animal, Gangetic dolphin, Plantanista gangetica. National bird, Indian peacock, Pavo cristatus. National currency, Indian rupees. Side code, sign R and having a line, and code INR. So this was India at a glance of Indian yearbook, and the next topic will be polity, which we'll doing in the next video. Thank you.